haven't been on there yet.
Last night, Aaron Rodgers went out there just slinging the ball left and right on the old hapless Bears. He threw 3 touchdown passes on 56 pass attempts on the night. 56. Second most. Aaron, how you feeling?
Yeah, it's fun to win. So whatever you got to do to win, you know, whether we throw it that many times or have to, pound it a little bit more. I think this is more closer to how we're going to have to play moving forward.
The dude does abide. Yeah, there he is, just being awesome. You never... Can't even say the quote. Marcellus, can everyone relax now about this, like struggling and Aaron Rodgers? Because there were some people freaking out.
Oh, look, I'm happy Aaron Rodgers won a ball game against the lowly Chicago Bears.
Well, there we go.
However, you're not fooling me. Don't forget, Aaron Rodgers, I used to work at NFL Live, and I'm going deep in the numbers again. Aaron Rodgers, what we saw last night was fool's gold. Why? He won without using his winning formula. Look at this right here. Shortest pass distance that we've seen in the last 10 years, Aaron Rodgers comes third on that list. What we saw last night was a guy who took 56 pass attempts, 36 of them 5 yards or fewer. What does that mean? That's long handoffs. They're trying to protect Aaron Rodgers from throwing the ball down the field because they don't trust him as much.
That's not true.
That's the real. I just wrote that down.
No, what you need to break down.
She's going next.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will be in charge of this right now.
You go right ahead. No one respects women more than me. No one.
During the game, in fact, they showed it. Dudes get open. It's not all on Aaron Rodgers. These wide receivers have to get open.
You used that excuse last year. You gonna use it again this year?
This is my first time on the show.
Everybody used
That's
it.
actually fair.
And on top of that, let's keep in mind, who is their running back? Ty Montgomery?
That's okay.
You got a glorified tight end.
Ty Montgomery had
a
career day
What else is he going to do but throw the ball?
First of all, I think this is your third time on the show.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
I did it all the time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, yes, those short passes are essentially handoffs, and there's nothing wrong with that. The question of the matter is that what's wrong with the Green Bay Packers? Not Aaron Rodgers, because for the first time we've seen him actually be sort of... That is not missing the point. Here's the thing.
You want to yell at me too?
Yes, I'm going to yell at you.
He hasn't been here all week.
Because this is full of hyperbole. Last year, there were 29 teams that threw more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers. 29 teams.
Okay.
Last year, they finished in the top 10 of TDs thrown. Does that sound like a quarterback who's way off his game? No.
Does this sound like
MVP pace? Yes, but is he if he's off the beaten path? No.
Does this sound like a quarterback that's playing elite football? He's third worst in the NFL in vertical passing yardage. What does that tell you? They're trying to protect him. Throw the ball 5 yards or fewer. Why? Because we don't trust you throwing it any further. That's the new Aaron Rodgers right now. Look, every guy could complain about something that they're missing. Aaron Rodgers right now is missing something in the mirror as well.
Aaron Rodgers threw 4 first-half touchdowns against Detroit Lions, and their defense almost gave up that lead.
You guys, I got to be honest with you. I'd rather talk about something else now. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette earlier this week, this is good. Steelers filed a formal complaint with the NFL over this right here. Ndamukong Suh's kick to Ben Roethlisberger's right knee. Now, the Suh hit had nothing to do with Big Ben tearing his meniscus in his left knee. Despite the kick, Steelers reporter Jeremy Fowler is saying there will be no fine on Mr. Suh. Marcellus. Okay, you think you got it right then?
They got it right. I mean, look, you guys probably going to disagree with me because you sound...
I probably won't.
You look so civilized up here in
with
this
our matching
studio.
Jackets?
Yeah, exactly. Talking about a barbaric sport. How dare you kick somebody? Look, let me tell you why you kick someone and why you're incentivized to do it. In the pocket, every defensive player knows this. If I bring that quarterback down once a game, that's 16 sacks in a year. What does 16 sacks get you in a year? A lot of money. So guess what? By hook or crook, if it's not against the rules, I'm kicking you. I'm not an offensive lineman. I can trip you. I can kick you. Whatever I need to do to bring the ball carrier down.
Marcellus, why are you acting like that dude's brand new? He is not brand new. He has a history. What did I tell you the last time? Yes, it's a witch hunt. Are you a witch? Yes, yes, you are. That's the problem with Ndamukong Suh. And I back him up. He's a Detroit Lion guy. I backed him up, but I also know he's somewhat of a dirty player. That is not the way a dude walks. That is not the way a dude runs. He purposely stuck his leg out to kick him. That's the only explanation, and that's a dirty play.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a trip down memory lane? There we go.
Nothing wrong with that one.
These are some highlights.
Hey, you want to get tackled? Take it this way. Now that's bad. That's bad.
This is the thing.
Finally, we got somewhere.
That's different.
Well,
a guy's
Draymond right there.
He's stepping on a guy who's down. That's why, Marcellus, I totally agree with you. Look, it's game time, baby.
I know that you said
He's
it
going
gets you
after
a lot
the
of money,
quarterback.
but he's also spent a lot of money. And if you think about taxes and whatnot, it's really closer to 1.5 million when it's all said and done. That he's like basically just given away.
What we say on Wednesday, that's a lot of
shoes. That's right.
That's
A
the
lot
reason
of
why
shoes.
he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And
You have to sort of take in person's history when dealing with each and every one of these instances. It's the exact same thing as Vontaze Burfict.
See, I don't know.
But for a lot more money.
See, but I don't agree.
Get her,
I don't believe it's the same thing. It's
It is.
one thing to kick, punch. We talked about it earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Spit, poke somebody's eye out
Keep
when they're
going.
down on the bottom of the huddle. It's another thing. He's going. I mean, how do you kill a snake, Marcellus?
Cut off its head.
His head.
Oh.
So
Damn.
My goodness.
Who you
You
play
got
for?
real
Yeah, I ain't play for that team. That's why I retired early. They start saying that in the locker room. I'm
You've
out.
never heard that?
No.
Come on.
Well, I
man.
do know-
I'm a city boy.
I do know Joe Montana did say, if
What?
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I guess
That's not cheating.
I don't think
That's
it's
trying to
cheating.
eat.
I believe
It's
that
not
was Ricky
cheating.
Bobby, but that's okay. And finally, Josh Norman, he's taken on the NFL's crackdown on awesome celebrations. Now, this is the dude who drew a penalty and a $9,000 fine for shooting an imaginary bow and arrow. Do not worry, however. He's got a brand new celebration planned for the weekend that may or may not involve a keg. Since they sell beer on TV while kids are watching it, I'm thinking I might open a keg on the field, and I'm going to drink it on the field, and I don't see that being against the rule book. I love this. Now, this is what I think this weekend should be about, because we've watched the NFL completely blow another one of these domestic violence instances with Josh Brown. When serious matters are at hand, this is when they tend to sort of hide their heads and disappear. It's when people dance, wear cleats, do ridiculous things that they decide to show us their authority. This is the weekend for the players to celebrate, wear whatever you want, because I want to see the NFL try and take a stand against this and not that.
Yeah, it'll be amazing to see their defense, because they have to go on record and actually defend something that will make them look hypocritical as they just went after the NFL in terms of the fun league and the celebration, saying, oh, we know the kids are watching. Well, if the kids are watching, why are you selling the alcohol? The kids can't consume it, so are the kids still watching? So I think that would be amazing.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I guess this is, something to celebrate. I'm still a little irritated with Josh Norman, only because he also is the guy who defended the racial slur that is the team that he signed for. So it just seems as if there's all kinds of pockets and holes we all can dip into in terms of morality and what's right and what's wrong.
I think the NFL.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Dip into what?
Dip into what?
You're getting all nasty. I'm dipping and diving in holes.
It is Friday, but I don't think we should get fired.
Actually, I think the NFL should be relieved, because he's talking about beer commercials. I see a lot of Viagra commercials.
That's
that they
true.
play.
Bound chicka
That's a
wow.
y'all
I
problem.
can't speak on that. I'm still young.
Is-
I don't know how this is going to turn out.
I just,
You know what? I'd like to spend a couple more
Shut
minutes
up.
on this topic, if we
I have
may.
no problem with that.
Tuckers and Juniors.
You never know, LZ. You never know.
Don't
Oh,
joke.
you old then.
Jonah Trinnaman, BYU Boise State. I still love that field.
That's not good.
It's been a while.
No.
since I paid
You know they
attention.
have to. They have to cover it up because birds.
Birds, yeah.
Because
They-
birds think it's
They
it's a
nosedive
lake, and
into
they-
it.
Looks like a lake.
and they nosedive. And anyway,
Kyle
bird.
O'Quinn, great facial hair. Knicks Nets.
Oh, man.
wow.
In
Oh,
preseason?
that's a lot.
It's close.
Is that part of the super
I look
team,
like Jeff
Knicks?
Semi try to catch
That's good.
him.
That'll be fun.
that's leading with the shoulder. So that's
Jeff
not
is like,
fun.
Jesus, no, don't hit me.
Right.
That is something else. 3 jeers for shoe. Wait, we're going to jeer shoelaces? Yes, we are.
Hey, ladies!
Wait a minute.
I saw that movie once.
What are the odds?
Oh, man, how does that happen?
Wait, but there's no suit.
The Ndamukong.
Look at that face.
There's no suit in this.
Last time Odell Beckham faced the Rams, things got a little bit heated. They face each other this weekend. Oh, in another country. Don't embarrass us, Odell.
Did you see what happened to the net? Look at the
Ooh,
net.
they getting beat
That's
up. The
always
Giants
the
are
way.
losing that one.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Time to preview some NFL games. We're going to play the more likely game. The voice of Euro, speak to me.
More likely for Odell in London, diplomacy or an international incident. Go Beadle.
Please be the second. Last time the Giants faced the Rams, Odell Beckham Jr. went nuts, scored 3 touchdowns. The Rams then went at him. We had a bit of a melee.
Man.
I ask you, Anita, diplomacy or do we get an international incident?
Your wish is going to come true. There is going to be an incident across the pond. Think about this. Trumaine Johnson, their #1 corner, he's out. Their corners, I mean, I think you and I in heels are taller than them. I think they're like 5'8", 5'10".
Right.
Okay, on top of that, who's their defensive coordinator? You know this, Marcellus. Greg Williams. He has a funny way of motivating
With
his
a lot of
players.
G's in his name. Yeah.
Doesn't
A lot
he?
of
Does
Gs.
it?
Yeah, he
Two G's with the Greg. So, I mean, so there's a lot of reasons why I think this is a Rams defense that the only way they're going to be able to stop Odell is get in the noggin.
I think it's diplomacy. He just got engaged to the net. You know, he's got to make sure he's a family man. He
It's a
doesn't want to
fresh
get in trouble.
relationship.
Yeah.
So I think he's actually going to cool it down now for the family.
By the way, look, the net seems to always be around.
Come on, Net. Net getting in between.
Spicy.
The Net needs to help out Odell because somebody's losing that one. The Giants are getting beat
I
up
think
on
this
that one.
explains it all.
That is chaos. by the way.
You know what? I will have to go with diplomacy. We know Jeff Fisher teams usually are not very disciplined, third in the league in penalties this year. They like to go the extra length. I would say this, though. Odell's under too much scrutiny. He knows too much is at stake. He knows all eyes on him, and he's not going to let down his team or let down his coach, Ben McAdoo, who needs him to be managed. So I say...
I got to be honest. If I'm Odell, I'm angry. You had your coach, you had Eli make these big deals about you and your tantrums. And meanwhile, defend garbage left and right.
We're going to stick by him.
If I'm Odell, you do you. Just ignore everybody else. You're on your own. It's an island. Creepy voice. Next.
More likely to finish the game for the Jets, Geno, Fitz, or someone else?
Ooh, I'd take 3. Geno Smith will make his first start since 2014 when the Jets take on the Ravens on Sunday. Now, they did finally decide to bench Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is leading the league with 11 interceptions in 6 games. LZ, who's finishing?
I think they're going to go back with Fitz.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Where you
yes.
get that from?
Yes. Right here.
Why?
Right here.
Is it that bad?
Because if Geno was really that dude, they would have never been chasing Fitz for that long and giving him that money. So I don't think Geno is that dude.
But
And I think
Geno's
it's
not
gonna be
that
very
dude.
quickly, they're going to find that out. And, oh, by the way, Fitz, yeah, he's having a rough season. Okay, he's having a terrible
an
season. Okay, the
understatement.
season is
Pretty
garbage. The season is
He going one more level, one more level.
But with that
worse
being
than
said,
garbage?
he is still also the guy that, for whatever reason, still has a lot of support in that locker room.
Well, he has a lot of money on the books, so obviously you're incentivized to play him. But he's so bad that despite those incentives, they won't play him. So guess who's going to finish this game? It's going to be Geno Smith. They're going to try and find something lightning in the bottle. Geno Smith, first half of his last year in college, something of that. That guy who was a Heisman hopeful. You remember that time when he was a Heisman hopeful? They hope to get that at least for one game.
So the Ravens, what? You've got Terrell Suggs dealing with a bicep. Doomerville didn't practice. Mosley's not practicing. Steve Smith, he's tweeting about Josh Brown. He's not on the practice
That's
field.
true.
Joe Flacco just got back to practice today. I think
Good for Joe.
I like Joe, right?
Yeah, right?
He's a good
Yeah.
dude. But this is a Ravens team. This is a Ravens team that is just not themselves. I think Geno comes in. I think the Jets win. I think they control all four
Anita.
quarters. I don't think
Slow
there's going to be a reason to have a hook on Geno. And one step further, I think Geno's a bridge. I think they're waiting for Bryce Petty to get healthy,
Yeah.
and once he does, I think because listen, they're 1-5.
Can't get worse.
No,
That's
it
my
can't.
theory.
Right, right.
1-6 is
What
first.
do you have to lose? Am I right, guys?
What are your options? You got to think about your options. That's why you hook up after 2 a.m.
Okay.
Oh,
One
boy.
more.
What are you going to do?
Diving hole.
More likely
Right,
for the
you know.
Legion versus the Cardinals, boom or
What are
doom
the
and gloom, Beadle?
What's happening today? Last Sunday, the
Friday.
Falcons pushed the Seahawks defense to the brink. At one point, a blown coverage caused Richard Sherman to have a bit of a breakdown. This weekend, the Legion of Boom faces Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. Marcellus, how will the Legion fare?
First of all that tough talk from Richard Sherman from Compton. I respect you, homie. He ain't want no parts of Cam Chancellor. You notice all that talk went like this?
He was
never
all
like
hair.
this.
He was all hair. It was like hair.
He never went to Cam directly. He was like, oh, Cam. All right, with that said, Legion of Doom. They're going to have some problems. I think Arizona's starting to find their stride. You can see Arizona picking up in terms of points produced, 33 and 28 in the last 2 games. They're facing a strong defense, as they know, but I think Carson Palmer and these guys finally start rolling, and they continue against them.
When the Arizona Cardinals do beat the Seattle Seahawks, it's when they stop their rushing attack. You've got a Seattle team, they're ranked 25th in the NFL in rushing, even though I own Christian Michael and a few of my fantasy teams.
All right.
Thomas Rawls needs to get back.
Yes,
and
he
so
does.
I think
Get
Arizona
good.
stops their rushing attack. I think Arizona wins this game.
I think it all depends upon the health of Russell Wilson. I know he doesn't play defense, but he does help control the game. And the less that the team is actually defense is on the field, the fresher they'll be, the more they'll be able to be aggressive on the other side when they actually do get there. So I'm going to go with, I think Russell. She's like, what are you going to do?
Boomer Doom,
So
damn
I
it.
think
Boomer Doom.
We're all
I
leaning
think
in.
Russell's going to be healthy enough to keep that offense rolling. The defense is going to be fresh, and I'm expecting Seattle to win.
Wow.
So that's boom, huh?
A little difference there. I like that.
Like
I
that?
like
Well, I
that.
came around
Everyone feel good about what they've done here?
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, good. We'll be right back. First, however, oh yeah, it's back. Little preview of the return of the jump with Rich Nichols.
Boom, boom.
I think we're close to being ready. I don't know about you.
Well, I don't know. I got to get ready for the season. Do you think I'm in game shape or not?
I mean, you look like you're in great shape, but we got to make sure you're really ready to go. The keys are balance,
Right.
the legs, the fall through.
Klay Thompson's shot and my shot were exactly the same. Didn't go in.
You hit him with the forearm, then you go find the ball.
Did he teach the leg kick also, or how did
I
that
just
work?
got bad body movements, you know, I got driving. It's cold, you know, so.
You can do the dunk drill with me, right?
I wouldn't be such a great teacher at dunking. I mean, height difference.
Maybe we could do a defensive drill. You could teach me more about switching. I hear you're really good at switching.
A little too soon. The Jump premieres October 24th. Check it out.